The Sky Blues have once again survived to stay in the Premiership for the 33rd year in a row. As Coventry look forward to life in the top flight once more, we talk to Player of the Year Richard Shaw and a few of his teammates as they relax at a charity golf day. We chat with Gordon at a crucial time in the season as he voices his opinions about referees in the modern game. We talk to the chairman about what kind of season it's been for him, and we ask him about the new stadium and what his hopes are for Coventry in the new millennium. And we bid farewell to Roland Nilsson as he plays his final game in the Sky Blues colours before leaving for his homeland, Sweden. But before we do, here's a reminder of how the season started, all the way back in the summer of '98. During the summer, the Sky Blues purchased the following players: Jean-Guy Whelan for £700,000 in from Lens, Ian Brightwell on a free from Manchester City, Paul Hall moved from Portsmouth for £300,000, Philippe Clement came from Racing Genk for £500,000. With new players signing, old ones departed, and the first one to go was Viero Moldovan. He went to Fenerbahce for £4 million. There were rumours at the beginning of the season that Chelsea's first championship triumph for 44 years was beckoning, but the Sky Blues were not ones to listen to rumours, as they gave Chelsea's £12 million summer signings a rude reminder that winning the championship wasn't going to be all plain sailing.
By Dublin, this is Huckerby, and that's the opening goal. Very simple. The partnership, which produced 38 goals last season, is up and running this. Long clearance by Marcus Hedman. Flick on by Dublin. Over the Chelsea defence, Desai in particular, and Leboeuf couldn't save the day. Huckerby opens the scoring at Highfield Road. Leboeuf does a bit of pushing. He'd hardly get a hair between these two. Whelan looks for Dublin, yes! Got between two defenders. Poyet thought there was a bit of pushing, but he was between Poyet and Desai. Coventry lead 2-0. The strike force in supreme form. Lovely curling free kick, but a real attack of the ball by Dion Dublin. Kesiragi, Desai, Poyet, Leboeuf, and Viali, and it's Poyet!
Despite the impressive start to the season, the following 4 league games were extremely disappointing. A 1-0 defeat away at Forest, followed by a 0-0 against West Ham, and then 2 consecutive defeats at the hands of Liverpool and Manchester United. It made the arrival of the Worthington Cup competition a welcome break for both the team and impatient fans alike.
Good ball in from Breen, and there's a tussle on here, and Hall scores! 64 minutes, and Coventry City have broken the deadlock at last.
Back in the Premiership, now fully recovered from his attack ordeal 2 weeks previously, Noel Whelan opened the day's goal tally against Newcastle with his first of the season. It proved to be only a consolation one though, as Newcastle went on to score 5 more. The return leg of the Worthington Cup competition once again brought welcome relief to the Coventry clan. This time their win over Southend was much more convincing.
Dublin with the header. Boateng! 1-0. Just 6 minutes gone, and Coventry score. 2-0 on aggregate, 1-0 on the night. So Coventry well in control of this game. And a chance here for Dublin, and he squeezes it in at the near post. Beautiful approach work there. And Southend really being overwhelmed by this Coventry City onslaught now. Just coming up to half time, and Whelan is making the run here. Oh! Chance for Whelan. Turns, twists and scores. 44 minutes, 3-0 on the night to Coventry City. Southend, who had high hopes after just losing by 1-0 at Highfield Road, really on the wrong end of a thrashing here now, as Saltvet makes it 4 with 7 minutes to go.
The last match of September was a trip to the Premiership's new boys, Charlton. It produced an explosive match. Without a point on their travels all season, the goal scored by Noel Whelan wasn't enough to give Strachan's men a much-needed away win.
We're halfway through the second half. Charlton Athletic 0, Coventry City 0. Nilsson sends it forward. Breen with the header in. There's Dublin. Oh, it was a chance for Dublin, but it's in at the far post from Noel Whelan. Coventry City take the lead completely against the run of play. Dion Dublin once again involved. Gary Breen's aerial prowess was vital. Neither Hunt nor Mendonca have had a poor game, but they've got very little change out of the Coventry rearguard. Hunt flicks it on, Mendonca beaten to the ball by Richard Shaw. Coventry defending in uncompromising fashion. Now Edworthy under a bit of pressure. Oh, he's given a chance now to Andy Hunt. Can Hunt find the shot? He can! Andy Hunt scores for Charlton. Andy Hunt with his first goal in the red and white of Charlton Athletic.
Late September saw the signing of Steve Froggatt from Wolves for £1.9 million.
Tell us about when you first heard of Coventry's interest in you.
I was absolutely delighted. I obviously had a big desire to get back in the Premiership again after playing in, as it was, the old First Division. When Coventry came in, I was absolutely over the moon because my wife's a Leamington girl, and we actually live not far away from the training ground area anyway. So obviously we were delighted when the move came off.
Yeah, I suppose for footballers, moving is an occupational hazard, isn't it? But to actually move clubs and yet not have to move is quite nice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the time, Middlesbrough had come in, and there was another team that was involved at the time. But I'm a Midland boy, and obviously with my wife being so close to the area, her family's there. But obviously when I spoke with Gordon, I was really impressed with his enthusiasm and the plans they've got for the club, the new stadium, and obviously the club's going in the right direction. And they've got such a talented young squad of players. And
the first match, Aston Villa. The script couldn't have been better written, I suppose. A game against one of your former clubs.
Yeah, that's a banker. I mean, of all the teams you could play against, it's one of your former clubs. And obviously it's the first time I'd played against them since I left 6-7 years ago anyway, so obviously it was a very interesting start for me.
And what a controversial start, as once again Gordon Strachan had plenty to say. The decision from hell was how he described the second official's failure to place Paul Merson offside, but after many attempts by Coventry, they were finally rewarded when sub Tront Saltvet netted a consolation goal.
Nilsson. Whelan had a hack at it. Here's Boateng. It's batted away by Bosnich and sent out of the box by Ekiol. Comes straight back in there though. Bosnich there again. Telfer. There was a fair flurry of activity in Mark Bosnich's area then. This was Boateng's effort. Telfer, Quinn. Nilsson. And Nilsson! It just skidded wide from Roland Nilsson. But here's Froggatt. And here's Whelan. And how about that for a tackle from one of the many Villa men who are on top of their game at the moment, Hugo Ekiol. perfect. Here's a chance now, and it's in by Saltbelt, the substitute. And it's only the second Premiership goal that Aston Villa have conceded this season. And for once, their dogged defence were a little bit caught out, and Saltbelt was quickest to react.
The home tie against Sheffield Wednesday saw the return of Gary McAllister after 10 months out through injury. After a poor first half, Coventry turned up the heat in the second period and were rewarded in the 74th minute.
The pressman fumbles, Dublin hit the post from well inside the 6-yard box. Nilsson from further out, well off the mark, and Dion Dublin wonders how he didn't score.
Well, so do I. When we were talking about great chances, Paul Merson missed one at Upton Park yesterday, but this is incredible. You think all he's got to do is just make contact with the ball. I don't know whether it just catches him on the toe, the end of his boot, didn't quite get his foot round it, but even from that range he just puts it on target, scuffs it, bobbles it on target, and his side are in the lead.
Whelan. Roland Nilsson supporting infield, back for Whelan. This is a chance for Coventry.
What a save, son.
Edward. Boateng. Whelan. In for Nilsson. Back for Whelan again. Three in the middle for Coventry. Dublin! Huge relief at Highfield Road. Coventry City have taken the lead, and when it came, it was a sweet goal for Dion Dublin.
Lovely football, lovely goal. Whelan and Nilsson in this right-hand side did ever so well together. Just look at Whelan's determination. Gets in front of Humphreys again, and that's a great finish. That's an instinctive finish. He didn't have any time to think about this, Dion Dublin. It arrives quickly, and that's a beautiful finish. Hit the target, and he's making life difficult. That's exactly what he did. Sweet goal. It's been on the cards. They've deserved it.
Wanted.
They've kept it going. They've stuck at it, and they've got the reward, Coventry.
Despite a gutsy fight back in the second half by Coventry at the Dell, Southampton were able to hold them off for their first win of the season. The only consolation was for Dion Dublin, as he netted his fourth goal of the 98-99 campaign.
Slippery surfaces, but Jones down well. Got the whole body behind the shot. Coming up towards the 1 hour mark now, and Southampton leading by 2-0. Coventry desperate to get back into this game. Dublin's in the middle, glancing header from him, and he's found the net!
But that was Dion's last goal for Coventry, as he left to join Aston Villa for £5.75 million. Much to the displeasure of Chairman Brian Richardson.
It came at the wrong time, and to be honest, I think they didn't handle it very well. It definitely unsettled things, and I'm just disappointed really in the way that it was that it transpired, and. You look back at it and you think, well, I don't think we could have handled it any differently, but I think they could have, and there we go. It's history now.
An embarrassing Worthington Cup exit at Luton was followed by a trip to Blackburn.
Great goal there from Darren Huckerby, got goal side of Taylor. 54 minutes gone, Blackburn 0, Coventry City 1.
First goal of the season for Coventry City for Darren Huckerby. To complete that substitution, Gary Breen, number 6, is
he showed great presence of mind there, and the finish was clinical. And the joy ecstatic. Victor Davis, and it's headed in by Sherwood. Just over 20 minutes it's taken Blackburn to get back on level terms. 1-1. Oh, picked off beautifully by Philippe Clement. Nice ball to Froggatt. Froggatt with a bit of space to work in there. This is Whelan, sidesteps onshore, in towards the goal. He's going to let fly, and he does, and it's a great goal! 2 goals in a minute here at Ewood Park. It's Blackburn 1, Coventry City 2. Well, a beautifully constructed goal this, and a sensational finish. The goalkeeper had no chance at all.
In November, Laurent Delorge joined from Ghent, but unfortunately he broke his leg in a reserve game and hasn't played all season. In honour of Ron Reeves, the steward who tragically died at the Arsenal game, Highfield Road observed a minute's silence before the Everton fixture. Coventry went on to demolish Everton and gave themselves their second Premiership win since the sale of Dion Dublin.
It's taken on by Froggatt. 2 up with him. Froggatt goes for goal! That is absolutely brilliant!
Oh well, enjoy it, son. Now, a lot of people might think they won't see a goal like that from Froggatt again, Martin, but I've already seen one a few years ago. And he can do this. This is part of his makeup. He's not just crossing a ball, but they back off. They don't think there's a danger. But that is quite a stunning strike from Steve Froggatt. Absolutely stunning. You just don't save them. You put 2 goalkeepers in there, you might not get it. Great goal, son. Great goal.
His first goal for Coventry City. Will he ever get a better one? Edworthy into Clement, who reacted almost McAllister-like a good touch. The congested part of the pitch. Huckerby, now he needs a good touch. And it brings him a second goal, a splendid goal for Coventry City.
Well, that's a magnificent finish, Martin. Different from Froggatt's, but every way to admire. The football from back to front, they were patient, but that touch is what made it. Without that touch, he doesn't get the chance. But when he kills it like that, the next thing is about finishing, and he just elects for power. And that's past Myra before he moves. That's a wonderful second goal, and what a start to the second half for Coventry.
2 superb goals for a supposedly struggling side. Here's Huckerby. Got Telfer with him, but he's not looked at him. He's looked for goal, and they're going to get a goal now. Noel Whelan. He's deserved that for his contribution. And Coventry City with the unaccustomed luxury of a 3-0 lead.
Wow, what can they do the front 2? The top man, the so-called top man goes, Martin. The front 2 respond with a goal apiece last week. And then they do the same again. It's a great strike this across the goalkeeper. I've always said that if you do that and someone touches it, whether it's a goalkeeper or a defender, then if you follow it in, you get yourself a tap in. He's deserved that goal, Whelan. He's worked really hard, not only as an attacker, but helping his defenders, and that's just reward for a very, very good performance all round.
I was delighted. It was my first goal for the club. You know, and at the time we were I think, if I remember rightly, we were struggling, you know, near the bottom of the league anyway, and we needed a result. And on the day, everyone played fantastic, and we beat Everton 3-0.
2 of the most animated managers came head-to-head with the match against Leicester. The win looked set for Coventry until Emil Heskey staged a dramatic late rescue mission.
No way through there for Coventry City, but they pick up the pieces again. Great expectations from the fans. That's a great ball into the path of Edworthy. Oh, first time cross from him. Touched on by Whelan. What a goal! Huckerby makes it 1-0 to Coventry City. Heskey playing it inside to Savage. Good ball into the path of Lennon. That's not a bad cross either. Oh, the keeper's lost it. Heskey hasn't. It's 1-1.
At Selhurst Park, Coventry controlled the game against Wimbledon for a full hour and were unlucky to come away without a point.
Coventry adopting Wimbledon's one-ball routine there, and there's a penalty! Huckerby brought down by Chris Perry. Well, it looked like more of a tangle than anything. But McAllister with a chance to make it 1-0 and does so! Sent Sullivan the wrong way. Gary McAllister, so cool in these situations, places it perfectly.
Was Steve done on your Christmas card list?
Not exactly, no. I just thought that I shouldn't have done what I did, which was to have a go at the referee, and he's only a verbal, and I didn't swear, which was one good thing, but I can't believe I didn't, but apparently I didn't. But I just found he had such an incredibly bad game, and it actually cost us the game. The players were just gutted by what had happened. Gordon was, beside himself. And I just thought, well, hang on a minute, it's about, I'll go and say something, because somebody needed to say something, and they were looking for Gordon to say something, so they could have blown it up out of all proportion. So in the end I did, and I felt better for it.
Following a 2-0 defeat against Leeds, a win against Derby was essential. However, Jim Smith thought otherwise and reshaped his team for the second half, which led to Derby equalising in the 50th minute.
Kevin McAllister robbing Horatio Carboni there. This is Froggatt. Good shot from Froggatt. Poom spills it. Whelan scores. 1-0 Coventry City. And the goalkeeper couldn't keep hold of that shot. And Whelan in like a flash to knock it over the line. Big drum booms out. Carsley. Oh, that's a back heel to one chop. Threads the ball through beautifully. Here's Carsley. What a tangle! What a goal!
The 1-1 draw kept Coventry in the bottom four with only 2 points from their last 5 games. The final signing of '98 for Coventry was Australian striker John Aloisi. He arrived from cash-strapped First Division Portsmouth.
When you heard of Coventry's interest, what was your reaction to that?
I was quite excited actually, because playing in the First Division, your dreams to get into the Premiership, and when a team like Coventry came along, I knew about their history, that they've been in the league for so many years, and I thought it was a good opportunity for me.
And virtually an immediate impact with the goal on Boxing Day against Tottenham.
There was, I come in, when was it, against Derby for about 2 minutes, and the next game against Tottenham I got a little bit longer and I scored a goal, so I was quite happy I was in front of the home fans too.
Steve Grizovic then making his 503rd league appearance, the first of this season. Didn't know he was playing until half an hour before the game when Hedman pulled out with migraine. Here he is, he spills the ball, oh, and it's a goal! Campbell scorer. Justin Edinburgh flicked it on. Armstrong came off the post and really got across the vision of Grizovic. Nilsson will take the throw quickly. Boateng looked as if he wasn't interested, then gathers it. That's a good ball into Aloisi. Aloisi showing great strength, great footwork, great finish. 1-1. A home debut goal for the Aussie in the 81st minute.
I think I've got a good player there, and who wants to score goals, and that's the difference. There's some strikers who like to be strikers, known as strikers, but some like to be known as goal scorers. I think he prefers to be known as a goal scorer.
So is there a huge difference between playing against First Division defences and Premiership defences?
Yeah, they don't make as many mistakes in the Premiership. Technically they're a lot better, but First Division's quite hard too, and it's not as easy as people think. But Premiership is a lot better.
Absolutely, oh yeah, definitely. I mean, in the First Division, you guarantee you was going to get a couple of chances a game, or you'd nick the ball off them. But in this division, if you give the ball away, invariably you can't get the thing back again.
Coventry failed to see out 98 with a league win, losing at West Ham, so 1999 was a welcome sight, as was the FA Cup, and Coventry produced their biggest win in 36 years to dispose of Macclesfield.
It's finding Froggatt along this left flank again, driving through. Froggatt going on, and he's going to go into the net, and there's the opening goal of the 1999 FA Cup run for Coventry in the 28th minute. So Macclesfield trying to respond now. Long ball out to Dawes. Good work from him. Finds Tomlinson. Tomlinson shoots. Oh! Just saved there by Hedman. .36 minutes on the clock then. McAllister's corner. Beautifully headed in by Whelan. 2-0 to Coventry City. He knew exactly where that was going. Coventry putting on the pressure again. That's not a bad cross, is it? Off the crossbar. Good play again from Froggatt. Froggatt twisting, turning, gets the shot across. Oh! Payne got the last touch there. Unfortunate for him. 3-0. So Macclesfield still defending. Burrows swings and misses. Long ball from Hitchin. Still no way through for Macclesfield. And Coventry City looking for more goals here. And they get one through Huckerby. Right on the hour. Price is distraught in goal. It's 4-0. Touch, and Darren Huckerby's in on goal again, slides it past Price. 2 goals for him in 11 minutes. And it's turning into a massacre here at Highfield Road. Winning header. Long ball from Dawes. Get Hitchin away on that right hand side. Nice ball played in. Chance maybe here for Macclesfield, but no way at all. Determined play there from Boateng. Kept in by Huckerby. Boateng's in the middle, waiting for the cross. Here it comes! 6-0, 88 minutes on the clock, and Coventry City are into the 4th round of the FA Cup, no doubts about that. Well, we're into the 90th minute, but Coventry City still coming forward. Boateng through to Huckerby. Huckerby's on for a hat-trick here, he's gone past Price. Can he score from that angle? Yes, he can! It's Coventry City 7, Macclesfield time 0.
Coventry's good fortune stayed for one more game. with an emphatic victory over Nottingham Forest. And yet again, Darren Huckerby was on target 3 times.
Well, Hedman asking some questions of his defenders there. Coventry clear their lines. This is a determined run here. Darren Huckerby through all the way. Can he finish? Yes, he hit the post. What a let off for Forest. City still coming forward. Huckerby again. He's the thorn in this Forest side at the moment. Beautiful cross. Boateng was in there, just couldn't quite get to the ball. And Nottingham Forest desperately trying to get hold of the ball, but chasing shadows at the moment. Huckerby shoots! Oh, that one's there. 45 minutes on the clock, right on half time. That really is a blow to Nottingham Forest. It's Coventry City 1, Forest 0. Well, both teams desperate for the points here. Coventry seeming to have just that little bit more organisation about them as Huckerby takes them on again. He's clipped that one in. Oh! Yes, the goal's being given. It came off the inside of the post there. Dave Besant misjudged it. He thought that one was going over. And Darren Huckerby scores 2 goals in 2 minutes, either side of half-time. Coventry City 2, Forest 0. Well, Forest all at sea now. And Coventry City putting some good moves together. And this is the man of the match so far, Darren Huckerby. Great ball in from him. Just pinging the ball about now to each other. Chance here. Oh! What a shot from Paul Telfer. His first of the season. 54 minutes gone. Coventry City 3, Nottingham Forest 0. You can see the delight on Telfer's face. Well, Darren Huckerby, who scored a hat-trick against Macclesfield Town in the FA Cup. He's really in scorching form here. He's on the run again. Can he get a hat-trick in the Premiership against Forest? Yes, he can! 75 minutes gone. Coventry City 4, Forest 0. 3 goals for Darren Huckerby. Well, certainly underlying his England potential there.
January saw the arrival of Mo Konjic from Monaco, and great things are expected of the central defender next season. Coventry's next game was at Stamford Bridge. The battle of the benches was how the press described it. Events off the field overshadowed those on it. Chelsea certainly didn't deserve the 3 points, as Coventry dominated for most of the game.
Gary McAllister. Coventry are beginning to look dangerous. Here's Huckerby in a good position. Oh, he's nicked it in! Huckerby scored! What a run of goal-scoring form from Darren Huckerby. Hat-tricks in his last 2 appearances, and he's opened the scoring here against the league leaders Chelsea after just 8 minutes. And £1 million that brought him from Newcastle back in November 1996 now looks to be a trivial amount of money. Lasso to take the free kick. This is Di Matteo. Leboeuf might fancy a crack in a minute. Oh, didn't he hit it well? Over 3 minutes of time added on at the end of this first half, and Leboeuf coming forward from central defence with a real rocket shot into the top corner. Still the Chelsea player manager, trying to squeeze it wide to Lasso. Oh yes! Chelsea have stolen it!
Coventry clinched a place in the last 16 of the FA Cup for the third successive season in a passionate Midlands derby clash at Filbert Street. Despite being reduced to 10 men just before half-time, the Sky Blues were able to find some welcome joy away from their Premiership relegation battle.
Having no joy there at all. Good decisive work, as always, by Froggatt. Good ball in! Oh! What a shot from Whelan! 16 minutes gone. Froggatt, McAllister, Saltvet, Whelan the chip. And that's as good a goal as you'll see anywhere in the world. Just look at the execution there. And Casey Keller, the USA goalkeeper, completely beaten. Beautiful touch there with his right foot. Clips it in with the left. Right into that top left-hand corner. Leicester City behind here on their own ground in this derby FA Cup tie against Coventry City. Boateng getting in a tangle and then a little bit of trouble with the referee too. It could be a yellow card for the Coventry midfielder. As he's suggesting that it should have been, he thought it should have been his throw. He clearly headed it out himself. The referee having no truck with that. Short corner then. Guppy's cross, headed away by Shaw. Oh, Boateng going in with a heavy challenge there, and he could be in serious trouble here. It's a yellow card, his second of the game, and it's an early buff for Boateng. Well, what a pity for George Boateng. Well, from the replay, it looks like he got the ball first. Well, we're coming into the final minute of normal time, and Leicester trying to get the equaliser. There's a scramble on the line, well blocked by the goalkeeper. This is Clement breaking away, and a good run here by Telfer. Telfer on his way. Oh, he's looking up to see if there's any support. Hammers it into the net. Coventry City are into the next round of the FA Cup. They're into the last 16. There's no way back now for Leicester City. This is a brilliant drive right into the top corner, and Keller had no chance at all. Leicester still haven't given up fighting. There's a little bit of stoppage time to play out here, but to come back with 2 goals is asking a lot, and it's Coventry City on the charge again. Froggatt to Whelan. Back inside of Froggatt. 3-0. Sinclair completely beaten there. And Coventry City have won this epic game by 3-0. Whelan shows brilliant control and balance as he leaves Sinclair for dead. Doesn't even look up. He knows that Froggatt is there, and Froggatt just taps it into the far corner of the net.
The cup win at Leicester was followed by one of the best results of the season as Coventry beat Liverpool. George Boateng scored his first league goal of the season, and Noel Whelan notched up his 9th.
Froggatt. Boateng is coming in, and Coventry have scored! It's George Boateng, and David James is stranded flat on his back by the penalty spot, and will have to carry some responsibility here. It was simple enough, and Gordon Strachan's team have the first goal. George Boateng. Froggatt got a good ball in, that's true. Boateng came, James came, and there was only one winner.
Huckerby, Boateng. Oh, looking for Whelan. Chance here for Coventry. 2-0. No Whelan. And that may well settle it. Well, Coventry in the second half have really gone for it. That's Boateng who scored the first goal. Beautiful lofted ball, gets him in behind Egham. There is a bounce, but James can't close it down. And Whelan jabs Coventry into a 2-goal lead here. McManaman. And he's found Burrows. Riedler's not well marked here. He's headed the ball on to Owen. Real chance for Liverpool. And it's in the net from McManaman. Steve McManaman gets the goal.
Having played so well against Liverpool, Coventry then turned in their worst display of the season at Everton as they went out of the FA Cup.
Well, we're in the 84th minute. Coventry 2-0 down. Can McAllister give them a hope? Yes, he can! That's a superb free kick!
That was a bad day, and I think that was the worst day of the year. Funnily enough, the two worst performances I think we've put up all year, all season, are both at Goodison Park. The first one was really disappointing because we took over 6,000 fans up there. Everybody really thought we'd got a chance. They could sort of smell Wembley almost, and we were playing quite well at the time. And then we just went flat on the day. God only knows why or what, but it happened.
4 days later, Newcastle completed the double over Coventry, again with an emphatic victory.
Oh, great chest down by Whelan, and Whelan puts Coventry ahead here at St James's Park. 1-0 lead.
One of the major highlights of the 98-99 season for Coventry fans had to be the breaking of the 63-year jinx at Villa Park. This was not only a historic First League triumph for Coventry at Villa Park, but it also allowed them to leapfrog over Blackburn Rovers and out of the bottom three.
Froggatt to Aloisi, and it's there! 25 minutes gone, Coventry take the lead. Froggatt into Aloisi, Stimac was beaten, and Oakes, well, it was just out of his reach. Easy, taking it with his left foot, and squeezes that ball past the keeper. Good start for Coventry. Just look at that rain streaming down. Froggatt cross, Boateng! Oh, couldn't get the contact. And Villa survive. Looks like come forward again through Huckerby. Huckerby trying to get round the outside, gets it into Boateng. Boateng! Oh! He squeezed that in from the tightest of angles. 51 minutes gone. It's Aston Villa 0, Coventry City 2. The scoreline etched on his face there. The Villa manager not at all happy. But look at that. He squeezes it past Oakes somehow. Get a goal now to really have any chance in this game. Down goes Jochin, and a penalty is given. Richard Shaw, the culprit. Dublin, former Coventry City striker, slams the ball in, and Villa back in business. Coventry playing some beautiful football here. Denying their position in the Premiership table. A little scuffle there with Stimac. So it'll be a free kick for Coventry City. Gary McAllister's there. He decides to stroll away. So Froggatt with a free kick. Beautifully laid in. Oh, what a volley that is from Aloisi! Got goal side of Southgate and volleyed it in past Oakes. 73 minutes. It's Aston Villa 1, Coventry City 3. The Aussie strikes again. Beautifully weighted free kick. curling in behind the defenders there. And Aloisi pounced. McAllister, beautifully played into a space. Boateng racing through. Oh, and he's clipped it over the keeper and into the net. A one-touch goal that. 4-1 for Coventry City. And this, which has not been a happy hunting ground for Coventry for so many years, now sees them produce one of the performances of the season. And what a finish from Boateng.
One at Villa, you know, we haven't done that before, so it was the highlight, and especially for me, I hadn't been playing, you know, I was being on the bench and that, and to come in and start and score 2 goals and win 4-1, it was the highlight of the year for me.
Yeah, if only we could have played that way all season, I think we could well have been champions. I say, you know, it was a great day, great result, everybody was really happy, you know, we just wish that we could have carried it through the whole season.
A huge match against fellow strugglers Charlton Athletic followed. Despite John Aloisi being sent off in the 57th minute, Coventry were able to turn the game round and take 3 very valuable points.
Redfern finding a way through to Powell. Good ball in, Pringle's there again, and still Pringle! And the goalkeeper makes another save, and surely it'll be turned in, it is! A scrambled effort, but no one from Charlton complaining! There's McAllister. Williams. Into Telfer, that's a good layoff by Telfer. Chance! Goal! No Whelan. Coventry are level. Back in the side after injury. Gives Coventry City a lifeline after conceding a goal and then going down to 10 men. It was a moment to treasure. Lovely layoff from Telfer. Williams, the player who started the move, with that excellent through ball. It was a delightful flick by Telfer and a really accurate finish by Noel Whelan. McAllister will take this late corner then for Coventry City with the score at 1-1. Kicked it into the near post. John Barnes headed it upwards. It's not gone clear. Solskjaer back in. It's deflected and in. Coventry City are in front with 5 minutes to go. Delight for Strachan. And an unlikely situation when they went a goal behind and lost Aloisi in the space of a minute or so. But they come back brilliantly, Coventry. The substitute Telfer striking the ball into the crowd of players. It hit someone en route, wrong-footed the goalkeeper, and has ended up in the back of the Charlton net. And Froggatt will claim his 3rd goal of the season, and one that could make a big, big difference to the relegation situation. But the deflection, Peacock Mills, was really the significant moment in that goal.
The low light of the season followed soon after, I would expect, the dismissal.
Yeah, that affected my season really, because I was in good form, and the next game played against Blackburn and scored. Then I missed out on 3 weeks, and you know, it took a lot out of me those 3 weeks because it was long, and plus we had a break in between, and you know, it didn't help me a lot. And when I got back into it, you know, it took me a few games to get back into the routine again. But I like to forget about that and just learn from my mistake there.
A week later, another of the relegation candidates, Blackburn, came to Highfield Road, and the two sides shared the points.
So that's a Coventry City throw. Boateng back to Nilsson. Here's Boateng again. Gets in a good cross. Aloisi, oh, what a finish that was! He took it with his left, he hit it with his right. And the Australian striker hits the back of the net again. 22 minutes gone. Coventry City 1, Blackburn Rovers 0. We'll see on the replay here. Boateng gets the ball in. Aloisi controlled that with his left, flicked it up and volleyed it in with the right. So Blackburn Rovers, it's not been a good season for them. 1-2 there between Sutton and Ward. This is Duff, good cross in. Oh, and it's 1-1. Wilcox, the scorer, hit it with the left foot, and he's delighted.
Although the result, a 2-0 defeat, was one to forget at Highbury, Roland Nilsson will remember it as one of his last games for Coventry. In a mid-air clash with Arsenal's Emmanuel Petit, he punctured a lung and cracked 2 ribs. And Coventry's troubles didn't end there, as referee Paul Alcock failed to give a penalty for Seaman's pull on Froggatt in the area. Noel Whelan returned to Yorkshire next to put Sheffield Wednesday back in the relegation frame, with a late sucker punch strike which earned Coventry 3 priceless points at Hillsborough.
Well, Huckerby showing his pace there, and Cernicek brings him down. The referee points to the spot, and there's going to be a chance here for Gary McAllister to open the scoring here in the 19th minute. But Sheffield Wednesday's defence caught by the pace of Huckerby here. Well, there'll be arguments about that decision, but a penalty it is. McAllister strikes it low, and Coventry City lead by 1-0. Getting the corner in, there's a good header, headed away by Brightwell. Oh, Carboni, and Rooney scores at the far post. Injured himself in doing so. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Coventry City 1. Coventry coming back on the attack. Just 6 minutes left for play, and both teams really won't be satisfied with a point each. Huckerby getting the cross in. Oh! The last touch was that of Whelan, and that could be the winner.
What about the manager? What are the impressions that you have of him?
Well, it's obviously, he wants to do well. His record as a player is outstanding. I think, he's won every sort of award in the game, and he's brought that into management. He's very disciplined and very demanding, which I think he's got all the respects from the players. And I think he's a young manager, and I think he's going to continue to be up there one of the best.
As everyone at Highfield Road knows, Gordon Strachan has a burning passion for football, a passion without limits. Some argue that his desire borders on obsession.
Obsession. Obsessed with the game. I'm not obsessed with the game. Not at all. I'm in love with the game. That's different from being obsessed. If you're obsessed with something and you don't get it, then you become a crackpot.
In a playing career spanning 25 seasons that took him from Dundee to Coventry, via European glory at Aberdeen, Cup triumph at Manchester United and Championship success at Leeds, Gordon Strachan has always worn his heart on his sleeve. But since taking over as Coventry's manager in 1996, his energetic style has not always been to the liking of people who run the game. This season, the real world for Coventry had been an unhealthy involvement in a dogfight for survival. The team was struggling and claimed not to be getting any breaks.
What's happening in games? I get a steward come up to tell me to sit down. I get a fourth official to tell me to sit down. I get a linesman to tell me to sit down. I get a policeman to tell me to sit down. 3 of them have no right to tell me to sit down. The fourth official, if he's nice, can tell me to sit down. It's not a problem, but I usually end up arguing with them because they have no right to tell me to sit down. I can get up and coach if I want. There's 40,000 people there doing the same as me. It just I'm on my Todd. I'm there on my own. I'm just doing the same thing as the fans. Try to G my players on. I was speaking to Brian Kidd. Brian Kidd is far more animated at Blackburn than he was at Manchester United. He said to me, Man United, they just got on with the game. And he sat there and watched this beautiful team playing and hard working side. But at Blackburn, he says, it's a bit different. I says, yeah, you've joined the real world.
Coventry had been awarded just 1 penalty this season compared to 6 last year. Antagonism will always exist between managers and referees, but Strachan feels that divide is further widened by the referee's approach to the game.
I think it's me. I think there's a hidden agenda in terms of Gordon Strachan shouted his mouth off last year and he got a lot of penalties, and it's a case of, well, we'll make sure he doesn't get too many this year. and we could make a montage of penalty decisions that would frighten you. I was getting angry with him at one stage, but now I'm starting to laugh, because I'm not making a fool of myself. It's other people making a fool of themselves now. If you're worried about me as an official spokesman against referees or whatever, if I've stepped out of line, well, don't disadvantage my team, disadvantage me, because I don't think it's fair on them.
Strachan was certainly under pressure this season. After last year's mid-table comfort, Coventry were back on familiar territory. But relegation is only a word you whisper at Highfield Road.
I like to get away from the stress of my job by being a referee at the weekend. Now that's rich. I mean, everybody else in football is under massive stress, but these people want to come in to get away from stress and enjoy themselves, while we're going crazy. Once had a heart attack, the rest of us are all going bananas, and they want to get away from the stress. If you want to join us, come and really join us. Be full-time and put yourself under pressure, like the rest of us.
Coventry have been a fixture in the top flight since 1967. Only Arsenal, Everton and Liverpool have stayed longer. But while the other three have enjoyed considerable success, the Sky Blues are perennial relegation contenders. So the manager has no fancy notions about Coventry's future.
It's a word that we don't like, but if you keep running away from it, hiding from it, you know, you've got to face your problems in life. You can't go and hide and go in a room, a dark room, come out or be away. It's still there. It's with you when you're driving the car, it's with you when you're in bed at night, it's with you when you're watching the telly, and you come, like any person, you become a stronger character, stronger person when you face your problems and go on with it. Don't try and hide away and somehow it'll go away. It only goes away by working hard.
Winning the league in this era requires a club to assemble a big and talented squad. One major problem Strachan faces is attracting players to sign for Coventry ahead of more fashionable sides.
We'll never win the league. We can never win the league. But what we can do, at one maximum, with the facilities we've got at this club, the facilities we've got to get, the players we should have, this club can possibly get into Europe. That's a maximum. They can win the odd cup now and then, but it can't win the league. I inquired about one strike at another Premiership club, and the assistant manager kind of laughed down the phone at me. I'll remember that. The game can be sick at times, actually, with agents and other people and solicitors, and it can knock the heart out of you, because how much I love the game. There's some days in here where you think, oh, is it worth it? You know, but then you get trained with the boys again, you go, yes, it is worth it, because there is a lot of good people. But because of the money, a lot of unscrupulous people have been dragged into the game, and they influence players who are not as mentally strong as others. It becomes a problem.
That mental strength was being put to the test at this stage of the season. If Strachan and chairman Brian Richardson wanted to operate in the Premier League next year, then the team needed to start putting the results together now. Starting with a vital game against Southampton. George Boateng's goal brought Coventry closer to yet another great escape.
Here's Breen on the right-hand side. Not a bad cross from him. Solver with a header. Great stop by Moss. Oh, Boateng rushes in to knock the ball into the net. And Coventry City lead Southampton by 1-0.
Another trip to Everton, this time in the Premiership, also ended in defeat, keeping Coventry in the bottom six, as did Middlesbrough's win at Highfield Road.
So a little bit of urgency here for Coventry, trailing by 1-0. McAllister, that's a good ball to Aloisi. Aloisi threads it back to him, and it's a chance here for McAllister, and he scores! Beautiful goal from the Scottish captain. Beautiful ball threaded back though by Aloisi, bisecting Maddison and Baker. Vickers tried to fill the gap but couldn't. And Coventry are level at 1-1. McAllister playing the ball in here to Aloisi. Look at this beautiful reverse pass into the path of McAllister, and his finish is exquisite. out. Dean Gordon, oh what a shot! The goalkeeper was unsighted. It's a bitter blow for Coventry with just 8 minutes left to play.
Following a 1-0 loss at Leicester, a much-needed win came along when the Sky Blues beat Wimbledon to end a run of 3 successive defeats. Despite the win, Coventry still needed another point to secure their future in the Premiership for the 33rd season.
So Thatcher with the cross, that's not a bad ball in either. Shaw gets it away. Sort of a head tennis here at the moment. He brought down though by Boateng. Great ball from him into the space. There's a chance here, is there? Oh, beautifully converted by Huckerby. His 12th goal of the season. And it gives Coventry City the lead against the Dons. He's looking for support. Burrows keeps it in play. Building again. Forced across field though. Boateng. Whelan's in there! Oh, what a cracking volley from Whelan! His 13th goal of the season. And that really puts Coventry City in the driving seat against Wimbledon. A magnificent finish that. Thatcher with the cross. Shaw chesting it down, but he hasn't got it away. Roberts. A 1-2 with Hartson there, and a beautiful ball slipped through to Heel. Holding off the challenges. Big cross in. Oh, this is Hartson! Well, I think he sliced the shot, but it all counts. It's 2-1.
With a 0-0 draw at Derby, Coventry's survival in the Premiership was safe yet again, and the Sky Blues could celebrate the fact that they would be a Premiership club in the new millennium.
The best thing this season actually happened off the field, and that was the granting of planning permission for the new stadium.
That was certainly one of the highlights of the year. We haven't had a great number of real highlights, but that's certainly one of them, and we're absolutely delighted that that's going to happen. And we start probably in about 3 weeks' time to push a bit of earth around, so it'll be very important to us all for the future.
It's excellent news, of course, because Coventry, basically, Highfield Road is getting too small.
It is. I mean, it's a nice problem to have in many ways, because about 5 or 6 years ago we were averaging only about 12,000 a week. And now we're averaging 21, and we're full in our home support areas every game. So that's good. And we definitely need a much bigger ground for the bigger games, if nothing else.
And with Coventry's place secure, some of the team took time out to participate in a charity golf day. A chance to relax. We caught up with Coventry's Player of the Year, Richard Shaw, and his teammates at the 19th hole.
I'm pleased to win it as a defender, without a doubt, because defenders don't get any recognition at all. So, all joking aside, what you say is right. Defenders get no recognition at all, so it's nice a defender wins it.
Yeah, I think it's great. Obviously, I've been with Richard when he was at Crystal Palace together. I was with him for about 4 or 5 months. And for him to win the award this season, it's been deserved. He's been outstanding this season. He's been so consistent, and he hasn't put a foot wrong. And like you said, it's normally strikers who get all the credit. They score the goals and get the glory. And perhaps the defenders sometimes, when we clean sheets, even though it's our job to do that, we perhaps don't get the accolades we deserve. But Richard, and it's been outstanding. I think he deserves it, and he can continue. He's turned him into one of the Premier League's best defenders, I think.
But what's it like playing alongside Richard?
No, it's been brilliant. I've enjoyed every game I played at the back with Shaws. He talks very well, and sometimes have a good laugh, but we get our job done, and I've enjoyed every game I played.
And so to the last game of the season, home to Leeds United, as the fireworks exploded on the pitch. A fitting tribute to Roland Nilsson, who after this match was set to return to Sweden. His fellow countryman Magnus Hedman proved again why he was now Coventry's #1 goalkeeper.
It's a brilliant save. everybody right behind the ball, safe as houses. And Leeds turning the screw now. Coventry's defence under a lot of pressure here, but managing to shut the door. Oh, clumsy challenge from Haaland on Whelan, and I think Haaland will get a yellow card. Whelan, the magic sponge. I don't know what they're arguing about, there's no doubt about it. It's he might have had his eye on the ball, but look at the arm going across the cheek there. And Haaland, yes, he's number 4, goes into the book. Free kick to Coventry City. And Whelan's still down. Oh, unlucky there. It's that long ball again. Hasselbank's away. Always danger. Oh, he's pushed it a little too far in front of him, I think, but he's got the cross in and it's there. Clive Meinhardt scores. He couldn't miss it, could he, really? Coventry behind it. So good to ball in from Nilsson. Touch of handball there, nothing given. Playing on. Oh, what a header! Beautiful cross. Whelan, Nilsson. Nilsson playing his final game before returning to Sweden, of course. And Solbert to Aloisi, who made no mistake at all at the far post. There's a beautiful ball clipped across the 6-yard box, and Aloisi coming in at the far post makes certain 1-1. McAllister. This is Boateng. Shields the ball so well. Right to scrap going on there, and Boateng comes out with the ball. Telfer, right-footed shot, oh, into the far corner of the net. Goalkeeper Paul Robinson beaten completely there. And Coventry City lead Leeds United by 2-1. Boateng set it up from the right-hand side. Telfer controlled it, stumbled, regained his footing, and hammered the shot past Robinson. There it is, he stumbled, regained his footing and hammers it beautifully into that far corner. Will Coventry finish the season with 3 points? Leeds United, one of the form teams of this season, coming back strongly. Kewell to Hopkin. Oh, and that's a cool goal finish from David Hopkin. 2-2 the scoreline. Kewell setting it up. And the whistle will go any moment now to bring the 1998-99 season to its close. And a fitting tribute to the season here. Coventry City holding Leeds United to a 2-2 draw.
They really did tear Leeds apart, and there was fantastic spirit in there. The boys went out and played a really exhilarating football, and I mean, to get caught in the 3rd minute of 2 minutes of overtime was very sad. I was really encouraged by that, and I think everybody went home thinking the boys had given them a good show and had fought hard and deserved a win out of it, actually, but didn't get it.
What was it like today going into the match, knowing that Coventry didn't have to fight for survival this afternoon?
No, I mean, it's one of those hard games. We know Leeds is wanting to show their fans today that a good game at least, and we wanted to win, but I think we started off very well, but we just seemed to lack a bit of concentration sometimes, and then they scored in the first half. But I think in the second half we showed really how good we can play.
Were you surprised by the reception you got from the Coventry fans at the end of the game?
Yeah, I was. It's always nice. It shows that it has been two good years in hand here, and they've enjoyed seeing me playing, and I certainly enjoyed playing for them.
His position of sense as a defender is second to none, and I think it rubs off on the rest of the players, and obviously he'll be sorely missed by the club and the supporters, and you've got to wish him all the best in the future.
So how would you sum up your half a season at Highfield Road?
I think it's been not too bad. Like I said, with the sending off, and that I didn't play as many games as I would have hoped, but it's been a good settling in period, and hopefully next year I can play more games.
I've learnt a hell of a lot this few months. I've learnt a lot just from being sat on the sidelines the last few weeks, from watching them play. Obviously I'm really looking forward to the new season coming, and hopefully to be a success in the Premier League.
With the year before finishing 10th, we really enjoyed it. We was winning games last year, which, to be honest, we had no right to win, but because the role we was on, we was winning them. I think certainly, like Paul said, the start this season, the start is so important, the first 10 games. And next year, I've got no doubts we'll be mid-table next year. I think maybe you may say we might learn from this season that Coventry seem to struggle one year and do well one year, struggle one year, not consistent enough really, but if we can get a good start, everyone playing well, first 10, 12, 13 games, I think we could do well next year without a doubt.
Yes, 33rd consecutive season in the top flight,
and a fantastic achievement.
The message must be surely now onward and upward.
Absolutely, and I think we've got the base right. The finances are not bad. They can always be better, of course they can. But we have a good opportunity now, a great opportunity to turn the club into a big club, and that's what we want to do. That's what I set out to do. I don't want it to be a club that perennially struggles and so on, and we won't be, and that's the key thing for the future.